ओम शांति। यह बाबा की सेवा के लिए नया चैनल चालू किया है। इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Morning Murli, 24th March. Sweet letter of Bap Dada for sweet children. Essence: Sweet children, sit in solitude, study this knowledge, and you will be able to have very good dharana. Means inculcation. Sweet children, sit in solitude, study this knowledge, and you will be able to have very good dharana, inculcation. Wake up early in the morning and instill the habit of churning the ocean of knowledge. Caution: in order to pass fully, what thoughts should you have and what thoughts should you not have? In order to pass fully, what thoughts should you have and what thoughts should you not have? Answer: in order to pass fully, constantly think that you must make effort day and night. Make your stage so elevated that you are able to sit on the throne of Bap Dada's heart. Make your stage so elevated that you are able to sit on the throne of the Bap Dada's heart. You must become a conqueror of sleep. Maintain this happiness. Never think that you will receive whatever is in your fortune or in the drama. No, this thought makes you careless. Song: having found you, who have found the whole world, the earth and sky, all belong to us. Om Shanti. You children understand the meaning of the song? Understand? We are now receiving unlimited happiness from the unlimited Father. You children are claiming your inheritance of the sovereignty of the word from the Father. No one can snatch the kingdom of that word away from you. You are becoming the masters of the whole world. There will be nothing limited there. You are claiming the one kingdom from the one Father, and only the one emperor and empress will rule that kingdom. There is the one Father and the one kingdom in which there are no partitions. You know, there used to be in Bharat the kingdom of just the one empress and one emperor, Shri Lakshmi and Shri Narayan. They used to rule over the whole world. That is called the undivided kingdom, and it is established by the one Father through you children. Only then will you children enjoy the kingdom of the world. You know, we claim the kingdom every 5,000 years. Then when half a cycle has passed, we lose that kingdom. Then Baba comes and enables us to claim the kingdom back. This is a play about victory and defeat. Those who are defeated by Maya are defeated by everything. You are now conquering Ravan by following Shrimat. Among you, there are also some special children whose intellects have full faith and who constantly have the happiness that they are becoming the masters of the world. No matter how powerful the Christians may be, but it is not possible for them to become the masters of the world. There are now kingdoms over pieces of land. At first, Bharat alone was the master of the whole world. There was no religion other than that of the deities. It would definitely be the creator of the world who makes you into the masters of such a world. Look how Baba sits here and explains to you. You to explain, the people of Bharat were definitely the masters of the world. They must definitely have received their inheritance from the creator of the world. Then, when they lost their kingdom and experienced sorrow, they began to remember the Father. The path of devotion is the path of remembering God. The path of devotion is the path of remembering God. People perform devotion, make donations, and perform charity in so many different ways. When the kingdom you receive through this study ends, you become devotees. Lakshmi and Narayan are called a god and goddess because they received the kingdom from God. However, the Father says you cannot call them a god and goddess. The Creator of heaven must definitely have given them the kingdom, but no one knows how He gave it. How He gave it. All of you are children of the Father, that is, children of God. The Father could not give the kingdom to everyone. This drama is predestined. Only the people of Bharat become the masters of the world. It is now the rule of people by the people. People consider themselves to be impure and corrupt, and they remember the boatman in order to take across from this impure world. They say, "Come and take us away from this brothel to the Shiv temple." There is the incorporeal Shiva temple, the land beyond sound. And there is the kingdom that Shiv Baba establishes, which is also called the Shiva temple. The whole world becomes the Shiva temple. So, the corporeal Shiva temple exists in the golden age, and other is the incorporeal Shiva temple, the land of Nirvana. Note this down. Note this down. You children receive many points in order to explain to others. So churn these very well. Just as college students wake up early, study and revise, why do they sit and study in the morning? Why? Because their souls have rested and are refreshed. By sitting and studying in solitude, you are able to imbibe very well. You must have the interest to wake up early in the morning. Some say our employment is such that we have to go to work in the morning. Acha, sit down in the evening. Sit down in the evening. It is said that the deities tour around at dusk. Queen Victoria's minister used to stay up at night and study under a street lamp. He was very poor, but he became a minister by studying. So everything depends on how you study. It is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul who is teaching you. It is not Brahma or Shri Krishna who is teaching you. No, the incorporeal ocean of knowledge is teaching you. He alone has the knowledge of the beginning, the middle and end of the creation. The golden and silver ages are the beginning, then the end of silver age and the beginning of the copper age are called the middle. Baba explains all of these things. Brahma becomes Vishnu and takes 84 births and then becomes Brahma once again. Whether you say Brahma took 84 births or whether you say Lakshmi and Narayan took 84 births, it is the same thing. At present, you are the Brahman progeny and you will then become on the Vishnu progeny. Then as you fall, you will become the Shudra progeny. Only the Father sits here and explains all of these things. You know you have come to the unlimited Father to follow Shrimad and to become the emperors and empress of the world. The subject too are the masters of the world. So you need to be very clear in this study. The more you study and teach others, the higher the status you will claim. This is an unlimited study and you all have to study it. All of you study with the one and then some imbibe very well. All of you study with the one and then some imbibe very well, number wise, whereas others imbibe nothing at all. Everyone is needed number wise. Maids and servants are needed for a king. The maids and servants at least live in the palaces. Maids and servants at least live in the palaces, whereas the subjects live outside. The palaces there are very big. There is the plenty of land and very few people. There is also plenty of grain there. So all your desires are fulfilled and you never experience sorrow through a lack of money. The very name paradise is so elevated. When you follow the directions of one, you become the masters of the world. That is called the kingdom of the Sun dynasty, the golden age kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Then their children will sit on the throne. Their rosary is created. 8 pass with honor. 8 pass with honor. People wear a ring of 9 jewels. In the center they have Baba and rest are the 8 jewels. So they wear a ring of 9 jewels, considering it to be a symbol of the deities. They don't understand who is represented by those 9 jewels. Rosary of 9 jewels are also created. Christians wear a rosary on their wrist. But there are the 8 jewels with the flower, means tassel at the top. These are rosary of those who go into liberation. But the ones who attain liberation in life are those who are on the household path. Together with the flower, there would also be the dual bead. Together with the flower, there would also be the dual bead. You have to explain the meaning of this. Perhaps they make a rosary number wise of the popes, but they don't even know about this rosary. In fact, everyone turns the beads of this rosary, which is of Shiv Baba, and you children who make effort. If you now explain to anyone whose rosary is created, they will very quickly understand it. Your projector shows will also go abroad. However, together with that, you also need a couple to explain. People will then understand that this is a family path. You have to give the father's introduction to everyone, and you also have to know the word cycle. What would you say to those who don't know the cycle? In the golden age, you were full of all virtues and 16 celestial degrees full. You are now becoming so once again, so you study and become so elevated. Radhe and Krishna belong to separate kingdom and they were named Lakshmi and Narayan when they married. There is no picture of the childhood of Lakshmi and Narayan. In the golden age, no one's wife experiences untimely death. They all shed their bodies at the right time. There is no need to cry. The very name is paradise. At present, there is the pomp of Maya in America and Russia, etc. These aeroplanes and motors have all been created in Baba's time. They have all been created in the last 100 years. This kingdom is like a mirage. It is called the pomp of Maya, the splendor of science at the end for a temporary period. So all of this is going to end and it will then be useful in heaven. Because of the pomp of Maya, people celebrate in happiness and destruction will also take place through it. We are now claiming the kingdom by following Shrimat. No one can snatch the kingdom away from us. There will be no calamities there because Maya does not exist there. The father says, children, study very well. Study very well. However, together with that, Baba also knows that everyone will study exactly as they did a cycle ago. The scene that was performed a cycle ago is now being performed once again. The beneficial part of changing hell into heaven is being performed exactly as it was a cycle ago. However, the intellects of those who don't belong to this religion will not be able to imbibe this knowledge. The father is the teacher, and so the children also have to become teachers. Some children have gone abroad specially to teach there. You also need a clever interpreter. You also need a clever interpreter. You have to make effort. The behavior of you godly children has to be very elevated. The behavior of you godly children has to be very elevated. In the golden age, everyone's behavior is very elevated and royal. Here you are changed from gods into lioness and from monkeys into deities. Baba is saying you are changed from gods into lioness and from monkeys into deities. So you need to be egoless in every respect. You have to break your arrogance. So you should remember that whatever act you perform, those who see you will do the same. If you wash your own plate, everyone will say that you are very egoless and you do everything yourself, and so you will receive even greater regard. When you become arrogant, you are removed from people's heart. Until you make your stage elevated, you will not be able to be seated on Baba's heart throne. Therefore, how would you be able to sit on the future throne? The status is number wise. Those who have a lot of wealth will build first class palaces, whereas those who are poor will make cottage. Because of this, you should study well, pass fully, and claim a good status. It should not be that you become content with whatever is in the drama or whatever is in your fortune. No, when you think this, you fail. So you have to increase your fortune, make effort day and night, and study well. Become conquerors of sleep. Churn the ocean of knowledge at night, and you will enjoy yourself a great deal. So none of you tell Baba that this is how you churn the ocean of knowledge. So Baba understands no one wake up, and that it is perhaps only in this one's part to churn the ocean of knowledge. Baba understand no one wake up, and that it is perhaps only in this one's part to churn the ocean of knowledge. This one is the number one child. Who is the number one child? Brahma Baba. Baba tells his experience of how he wakes up and sits in remembrance. So you have to think about these things. How does this word cycle turn? Baba is the highest on high, and then there are the residents of the subtle region, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. So who is Brahma and who is Vishnu? You should churn the ocean of knowledge in this way. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and we spiritual children says Namaste, good morning to our sweetest spiritual father. Essence for dharana. First, whatever act you perform, those who see you will do the same. Whatever act you perform, those who see you will do the same. Therefore, pay attention to your every act. You must be very humble and egoless. You must break your arrogance. Second, in order to make your fortune elevated, study very well. Have an interest in waking up early in the morning in order to remember the Father. Today's blessing, feel Baba's hand on your head and take a blessing. May you be a Karam Yogi and transform adverse situation of confusion into pleasurable ones with your Trikaldarshi stage. May you be a Karam Yogi and transform adverse situations of confusion into pleasurable ones with your Trikaldarshi stage. Baba is saying the children who are Trikaldarshi can never be confused. because all three aspects of time remain clear in front of them. When your destination and journey are clear, you cannot become confused. When your destination and journey are clear, you cannot become confused. Trikaldarshi souls don't experience anything but pleasure in every situation. Even if a situation is confusing, Brahman souls would change into a pleasurable one because they have played those parts countless times. Baba is saying, even if a situation is confusing, Brahman souls would change it into a pleasurable one because they have played those parts countless times. This awareness makes them Karam Yogi and they do everything with pleasure. Slogan: in order to receive everyone's respect, give everyone respect. Very simple. In order to receive everyone's respect, give everyone's respect. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.